Listen, I'm about to tell you something that's going to really piss off every interior designer on Instagram. Your trendy kitchen is costing you thousands when you sell. Right now, sellers are losing $10,000, $15,000 on their home sales because they followed Pinterest trends instead of what buyers actually want. And the scary part is a minor kitchen remodel costs $28,000, but only recoups 71% if you do it right. Do it wrong, with these 7 trends, you might only get back 30%, and that's throwing away 20 grand. So stick with me until the end because I'm going to reveal the one trend that even experienced agents get wrong. And it's probably in your kitchen right now. Let's go. Trend number 1, I'm going to start with open shelving overload because buyers hate this trend because open shelving looks amazing in those perfectly staged Instagram photos. But here's what nobody's telling you. It's killing your home's value. Why do buyers hate it? Well, one, they have the dust factor. Those shelves collect dust every single day. Buyer sees work, not charm. They see something they'll have to clean constantly. Or the storage crisis. The average American household owns more stuff than ever. Buyers look at your open shelving and think, where am I going to put my 47 pieces of mismatched Tupperware? They're not thinking about your 3 artisanal coffee mugs. But in reality, unless you keep your dishes Instagram perfect 24/7, open shelving showcases clutter. When buyers tour your home and see, messy shelves, they're mentally calculating how much it'll cost to install proper cabinets. I read this article, this woman, Mindy Godding, she's the president of the National Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals. And she says, taking up high-value real estate with precious curated display shelf is not optimal. These shelves lack versatility and are a pain to clean. And there's a financial impact because homes with excessive open shelving sit on the market longer and get offers that are $5,000 to $8,000 less because buyers know they'll have to install real cabinets. So what do you do instead? Just limit the open shelving to one small section, 2 or 3 shelves max, say. The rest, go with closed cabinets that go up to the ceiling. That's what's in right now. Dust-free, clutter hiding, functional storage. That's what sells homes. And if you're planning a renovation, skip the open shelving altogether. Trust me, in 5 years, you'll thank me. Do you have open cabinets in your kitchen? Let me know below. Trend number 2, all white or ultra minimalist kitchens. Yeah, I know this is going to be a little controversial. All white kitchens. You see them everywhere, right? The all white kitchen, it really had its moments, but designers are now calling them overdone and say they make homes feel like a generic Pinterest board. What's the problem with an all white kitchen? It's kind of sterile. I read an article. Erin Davis, lead designer at Mosaic Design and Remodeling, says clients tell her white kitchens don't add the warmth they're looking for. Buyers walk into all white kitchens and say they feel like they're in a hospital. Interior designers say clients are tired of that perfect sterile white color. They want style and individuality, not a space that feels clinical. So what's the shift? What's the real shift here? Experts are seeing a massive move towards warmer, earthier tones. Back to that, yes. Sage greens, terracottas, olive greens, and clay tones. Colors that make you feel cozy, not cold. And then, white does have a maintenance nightmare, right? Everything shows its mark with white. Every coffee drip, every splash of tomato sauce, every grimy handprint. Buyers know this and they aren't interested. Don't get caught in the ultra minimalist trap because there's no personality, there's no texture, there's no visual interest. The trend's dying pretty fast. Homeowners today, they want more warmth, texture, and authenticity. They want kitchens that feel lived in, not like a showroom. So what do? Don't panic if you have an all-white kitchen. Just add some warmth, some natural wood elements, shelves, cutting boards, bar stools, warm metals like brass or bronze and hardware and fixtures, or a textured backsplash, think subway tiles with character, or warm toned countertops like that butcher block or warm veined quartz. Paint your island in a warm earthy tone like sage or soft clay. Create what designers call a warm minimalism, clean and uncluttered, but with soul. That's kind of what sells. Okay, third trend is these dark and moody cabinets. When I say dark, I mean like navy blue, hunter green, matte black. These bold cabinet colors are everywhere on social media. They're gorgeous, sophisticated, moody, absolutely tanking resale values. Buyers hate them. Why? There's a size illusion. Dark cabinets makes kitchens feel smaller. And when buyers walk in or see them in the photos, they're not thinking sophisticated, they're thinking cramped. And also there's a light factor. So unless your kitchen has massive windows, dark cabinets make the space feel cave-like. Most kitchens don't have floor-to-ceiling windows. And what the experts say is you need a large kitchen or lots of light to get away with darker colors, because dark spaces are still a detraction of value. And also with dark cabinets, like say you have navy cabinets, you have to repaint them. The buyers look at that and say, what's it going to cost to repaint those? Going from dark to light requires multiple coats of primer and paint. Talking a lot more money, they're thinking, $5,000 to $10,000 to fix. And also bold colors. Some love them, some hate them. Real estate, you want broad appeal, not niche appeal. I've seen homes sit 60, 70, 100, 150 days longer than comparable homes just because they have dark cabinets. And when they finally sell, they're offered get $8,000 to $12,000 below asking. I had one listing with black cabinets. They wouldn't paint them, they wouldn't do anything, and very limited light. Buyers were offering $15,000 below asking, and they were specifically citing the cabinets. So what do? So if you're renovating, go with warm neutrals or earthy midtones. A warm white or a cream, not stark white. Soft sage or olive green. Warm gray with brown undertones. Natural wood tones. Two-tone cabinets where darker colors only on the bottom cabinets. I don't like that, but some people are doing it. If you already have dark cabinets and you're selling soon, you have to consider repainting. It might be expensive, but it could get you $10,000 more on your sale price. Otherwise, you'll have to add tons of lighting and keep everything else super light to balance the darkness. You got it, guys? Okay, next trend. High maintenance finishes. Marble and glossy cabinets. Oh, they look stunning in magazines, but they're nightmares in real life. I'm talking these marble countertops, glossy cabinets, like I said. What's the problem with marble? Well, marble requires a lot of care. I'm not exaggerating. I know that because I've had many homes that had marble. Stains from everything, coffee, wine, lemon juice, oil. It scratches easily, etches from acidic substances, requires constant sealing, shows every water spot. Marble, in buyers' eyes, they see it as a liability. If it's damaged or a future expense when it needs replacing, how do I replace this? I know people can spend thousands of dollars on marble. And then with 6 months, they have wine stains and etch marks. And when selling, buyers offer $8,000 less, specifically because of this damaged marble. So the better alternative is quartz. It's dominating the market right now. It looks just as good. You can get marble-like veining, but it's non-porous. Scratch resistant, requires zero maintenance, and costs less. And what about this glossy cabinet I was talking about? What's the problem with glossy cabinets? Well, they show every fingerprint, scratch easily, scuff constantly, need constant cleaning. Glossy finishes have been on the decline since they are easily scratched and scuffed. That's what they say. That's what designers say. What do buyers want? They like matte and textured finishes that are forgiving, hide fingerprints, feel natural and warm and timeless. What do? Well, for countertops, like I said, quartz gives you the best return on investment and it's the most practical. Of course, granite is still hot, for some natural stone. Quartzite for luxury, that's practical, is also good. And for cabinets, again, I talked about matte or stain finishes, textured surfaces, natural wood with clear coat, not glossy, right? And the crazy part is all these marble and glossy, you're spending more on high maintenance materials when practical ones, they cost less to install and they have better resale value. Trend number 5, trendy or DIY backsplashes. I've seen horrifying backsplashes in the homes I walk into. This is where so many homeowners shoot themselves in the foot. They put their own little design into the backsplash. Designer Vanessa Carter, such as backsplashes with heavy patterns and loud colors. They just overwhelm the kitchen. And then buyers think, I gotta spend all this money to fix it. It's not my style. How am I gonna replace that? It's too busy. Those backsplashes are focal point. And if yours is overly trendy, make sure your whole kitchen feel dated, even if everything else is updated. I just had this house. It was $1.3 million and it had this flowery thing in the middle underneath the stove, and it was just above the stove, and people didn't want to buy it because of that. It was just dated. It was the owner's taste. The DIY disaster are these peel and stick backsplashes, contact paper, marble, DIY tile jobs with uneven ground. Don't do it. Buyers can tell. The quality of the insulation gives away your DIY factor. When they spot this, buyers, they wonder what else is DIY in the house. They question other renovations. They see it as something they have to fix. They offer $3,000, $5,000 less to cover replacement. Don't DIY your backsplash. The cost difference is minimal, but the value difference is huge. What's trending here in backsplashes? Well, creative tiling with personality, but not overwhelming. But the best one is, I think, the herringbone patterns in neutral colors, the textured lines with subtle dimension, or subway tiles with character, something like that. But keep it very plain. You might want bold in the shape, but not the color or the pattern. So, what do you do if you're renovating? Put neutral colors, whites, creams, soft grays, natural stone. Be creative with texture and shape, but not color. But hire a professional and choose timeless materials. Now, if you have a trendy DIY backsplash and selling soon, just replace it, especially your DIY work. It'll pay for itself in your sale price. Okay, trend number 6, appliance mistakes. Wow, this is a big one. Both ends of the spectrum. Outdated appliances and overly trendy ones. Okay, you've got the outdated ones. Older appliances can hinder a home buyer's interest, right? The yellow, green, old appliances, now white or black, are actually old. Buyers expect energy efficient models that can boost home values by 7%, or smart appliances with Wi-Fi connectivity. Modern features like touchless controls. And when your appliances are outdated, buyers mentally subtract $5,000 to $10,000 from their offer. Or maybe you have a retro color, trendy retro appliances in pastels, baby blue, mint green. That cute moment is over. If a buyer hates your shade, a color, your appliance becomes a barrier to the sale. Or maybe you have an over luxury problem. Maybe you have a really expensive range in a $300,000 house. Or you have a built-in espresso machine, elaborate wine fridges that maybe polarize buyers who see them as wasted space or expensive to repair. So you have to watch out for all these things. Because buyers want this. They want stainless steel. It's still the king. It's timeless, works with any style, and appeals broadly. Matte black, I don't like. Acceptable, but only if it's throughout the whole kitchen. If I have a home going on the market, I replace all the appliances but stainless steel. I get a deal from our appliance store. It makes sense. What are some smart features that could add value? Well, they have these refrigerators now with internal cameras. There's ovens you can preheat from your phone, or energy monitoring features. I would say if you're selling in 2 years, just replace your appliances. Anything older than 10 years. Stick with the stainless steel. Choose Energy Star rated models. Get the mid-range brands like Samsung, LG, Whirlpool, Bosch. The return on investment on appliances is 70 to 80% if done right, but drops 20 to 30 if you go too cheap or too luxury for your market. All right? And a quick pause before I go to my last trend. I want to tell you something that can save you from all these expensive mistakes. To start earlier than you think, a year or two out, hire a real deal realtor, and I can help you hire that person, because hiring the right realtor will literally be the difference between leaving money on the table and getting top dollar for your home. All right. But the thing is, many of you, you're all over the place. You're in different cities, all over the country. I can't personally represent you, but I've created my agent referral program, realdealagent.com. It's specifically for YouTube clients. I've done already about 30 this year already. And what we do is we personally connect you with the top performing agent in your area. Now, it's very hard to find agents. I know it's hard for me, so I know it's hard for you. And what we do is we vet them, and they understand things like what we're talking about right now. Which trends hurt your value, which help, whether you're in Miami, Seattle, or anywhere in between. I can help you find an agent who gives you honest advice and fight to get you the best outcome. All right, the last trend. This one might surprise you. And the trend is matching everything. Matchy, I call it. Having all your hardware, metals, and finishes in the exact same finish. Well, it's a shift right now in our market because home buyers are shifting and they're switching to mixed metals in the kitchen to keep their space attractive and up to date. All matching metal finishes look too matchy, too staged, too 2015. But if you mix the metals, it creates depth, a collective look, and a higher end custom feel. So the key here is mix thoughtfully though, not randomly. I would stick with 2 to 3 complementary finishes. What are some popular combinations? Well, matte black and warm brass, brushed nickel plus the oil rub bronze, or you got the stainless steel plus brass accents. But just have one dominant metal, use others as an accents. And what buyers will see, they'll see thoughtfully mixed metals, expensive, custom, current, flexible. Everything matchy, exactly, is builder grade, dated, boring, And the biggest mistake is that all stainless steel, everything, appliances, hardware, fixtures, faucets, is very cold and industrial. Or all brass everything, overwhelming and quickly dated, all right? So watch out for that. What to do instead, and when you're updating, start with appliances, usually stainless, as your base, as I said before. Choose different finishes for cabinets, hardware, maybe matte black or brass or brushed nickel. Pick statement finish for your faucet, right? Use light fixtures to add another layer, something like that. But if you already have everything matching, the easiest fix is just update the hardware. Inexpensive, big impact, okay? Add different metal finishes throughout accessories, and replacing something like a faucet, choose a different finish. Goal is just to make your kitchen feel collected over time, not like everything came from the same showroom on the same day. This creates a timeless, expensive look that buyers love. Now, when I stage a lot of my probate homes with my executors, we do put the same stainless steel and brushed nickel in the homes. We don't go with the mixture for those types of homes. Depends on the value of the home and what other things have been updating. So it really depends, and that's why you need a Real Deal realtor to help you out with that. So every one of these design trends might look incredible on Instagram, but real buyers are thinking about how your choices affect their day-to-day life and their bottom line. So my quick advice, like I was saying, if you're planning to sell within the next 5 years, go timeless over trendy. Keep things neutral but not boring. Invest in quality, low maintenance materials, and focus on functionality and storage. Bring in professionals for major projects. So if you're staying longer, you've got more room to personalize. But just remember, when you personalize, you might need to change it back when you go on the market. Just stay clear, though, of extremes, and always consider the next owner down the road before you spend $1 on big updates. Talk to a qualified Real Deal agent. I've seen too many homeowners sink $20,000 into the wrong renovations simply because they didn't ask for expert advice. They didn't have anybody. Everybody should have like a real estate doctor, a Real Deal agent who's a real estate doctor who can come into their home and help them throughout their lifetime in the home, not just for when they're selling it. That's why we do the room by room reviews. We come through people's houses over and over again until they go on the market. Your home is your biggest asset, and avoiding these 7 trends I went over today and avoiding not getting your home ready years in advance is not that smart. And another place where sellers lose even more money usually happens after they've done all this work, the inspection. So before you list, make sure you watch my next video, why most home sellers lose thousands during inspection without realizing it. It walks you through a simple pre-listing inspection strategy that can flip the script, help you sell faster, and keeps $20,000, $30,000 in your pocket. If you found this helpful, check that one out. These two really go hand in hand.